Rupert, I have to ask first. Ron in this movie, he's not as clumsy anymore, not as goofy. Was that a conscious decision on your part, or were you playing what was on paper?
Yeah, a bit of both. I mean, I think sort of just shows how sort of Ron sort of changed since the last one, because in the fourth one he was a bit more clumsy, a bit more. He was going through a bit of an awkward stage because it was the teenage. He's going through his sort of teens, and he got a bit jealous and he was a bit emotional. But this time, yeah, he's a lot more focused and he's a lot more sort of stronger now. And I think you sort of see that with the whole sort of all three of them. They're much more as a sort of a tighter sort of team, and yeah, it's just sort of how they've sort of evolved really.
6 years of living with this character. Do you ever get tired of him?
Oh no, I don't get tired of him. I mean, it's long days and it's a long sort of process, the whole film. But no, I mean, Ron was always my favourite character in the book, and sort of every day there's something new that sort of we get to do. And no, I've really enjoyed it. It's been really good.
Now, as far as the characters are concerned, people I think would be very quick to point out Hermione's great characteristics, but pick out Ron's flaws. So, on the flip side, what would you say are Ron's greatest characteristics?
Yeah, I think I don't know really. I suppose he's quite loyal. He's quite a loyal friend. He's quite funny as well. I think that's it really. And the rest is that's all the good things I can really say.
Yeah. Now, 5 movies, and what are you most proud of accomplishing so far with these?
Which out of all the films?
Yeah, out of all of them.
I don't know really. I think I don't really sort of see them as sort of individual things, because it's been sort of about 7-8 years, something like that. It's so it all sort of blurs into sort of one whole experience. But I don't know. I think just the whole sort of all of them really. I'm sort of quite proud of, because I mean I'm just having a really good time doing them, and yeah, they're really good fun.
And you've been able to branch off and go do other movies, driving lessons and other things. How do you feel? Was that you really wanted to get your feet wet in other characters to maybe help broaden Ron, or was it just I just want to do something else?
It was I suppose a bit of both really. It just sort of came up when I just finished the 4th film, and it just sort of came up, and it was just a really good script, and it was just yeah, it was just nice to do something different. And yeah, it was sort of a step away from sort of the wizard world, and it was just sort of nice to do something a bit more sort of real. So yeah, I'd like to do sort of more stuff like that. That was good fun.
Well, in terms of the wizard world, what kind of pressure do you feel, or do you not feel the pressure to please fans?
I suppose not really anymore. I mean, in the beginning, the first film, I remember it was quite scary, because it's quite a responsibility you've got, because there's such sort of loved characters by sort of loads of people, because the books are so popular. It's sort of everyone's got their own interpretation of what Ron is and what Harry and Hermione is. So I did feel a bit nervous about how it would come across, but after that, I mean, people have sort of got to know us, and yeah, it's all right now. So I feel much more comfortable.
Yeah, this movie, this script, a much more complex story. It's not, there's no Quidditch, there's no big balls or anything. It's just, this deep emotional story. How did that, for you, how did that experience playing that kind of story compare to the past ones?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's a lot darker, this one. I think it sort of tackles some really sort of emotional stuff for Harry. He's going through a pretty bad time, and I think, yeah, I mean, that's sort of, it is sort of quite a contrast from the other films, because this time it's just pretty intense, and it's got its light moments, but I mean, the storyline is pretty sort of scary, and there's some quite sort of frightening parts of it. So it's really good fun. I mean, we always say sort of they get darker as they go along, but this time it really is it's quite scary, so it's good.
Yeah. In terms of filming some of these scenes, so many of them CGI and visual effects heavy. Do you enjoy that process?
I don't know if I enjoy it, but it's quite interesting and that. But I mean the scenes, I mean they're quite. I mean we've got used to them, but this time around there was something quite new. We had a whole set that was green screen. It was
the Hall of Prophecy,
Hall
right?
of Prophecies, yeah, and that was just literally there was nothing there at all. It was just like a sort of just a big green platform with we had to sort of like pretend there was like corridors and stuff like that. So that was quite a challenging sort of a new thing to do, and so but it's good sort of seeing it back when you watch it.
Anything like you thought it would turn out to be?
Sort of. I mean, you've got a little sort of picture in your head, and they show you like sort of art, digital photos and that. So you know you've got some sort of idea, but no, it's pretty cool.
But you feel like as far as the effects and everything go over the years, you've kind of really gotten your bearings down. You know, as far as the giant, you know where you need to be looking, and it's just kind of another day at work.
Yeah, well, they make it so easy because especially with the giant scene, the Graup scene, they've got the sort of they built like a head and shoulders of what Graup would look like, and they sort of hung him from the ceiling, and just to give you sort of like a visual aid, and yeah, it's just and because we've been doing it for quite a while, we sort of get used to sort of reacting to nothing. So yeah, no, it's all right now.
Now, in these stories, of course, Harry's famous story is that his family is gone, but the Weasleys, I mean, they're right there, one compact unit. So is it difficult kind of playing opposite that? Do you kind of feel that emotion yourself, like, yeah, I have everyone here with me, but tough luck to you?
Yeah, but I suppose sort of over the years, sort of Harry has sort of become, he's always made quite welcome with the Weasleys, and yeah, those scenes are really fun to do when all the Weasleys together. Because Mark Williams, who plays the dad, and Julie, they're really funny. They're sort of always ad-libbing and that, so it's funny.
Well, and your sister and your your brothers who are so funny in this, just messing with your with the mom a little bit. Yeah, fun stuff like that. It's nice to be able to build in humor into these things.
Yeah.
Are you finding your comedy chops pretty well, you feel like?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good, because especially with the storyline that's quite sort of intense, as I say, and quite dark, it's nice to sort of break it up with sort of lighter moments, so it's good.
Now, light moments. Let's talk about kind of not in front of the camera, but offset. You're gonna have to dish a little bit here. Do you have any good embarrassing moment stories of your co-stars?
Embarrassing? I don't know. Not really. Obviously we weren't actually there, but Dan and Katie's kiss, that was, I suppose that was quite embarrassing for him, but no one was actually there, so he got away with it. But I mean, I think for me, it's sort of I've got this real problem with laughing when it's sort of like a serious scene. I sort of just get the giggles for no reason at all. It's just stupid, and that's quite embarrassing.
It's those, you know, you're sitting in church and you're laughing, you know, you're not supposed to be.
It's that,
yeah.
It's really annoying. It's quite embarrassing because sort of the crew, they want to go home and that, and they have to do a load of more takes because there's me laughing. But yeah, that's it really.
Yeah, your biggest pet peeve of theirs?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Laughing. It's
laughing. Now, what did they do that really annoys you?
Annoys me. I don't know really. No, nothing. No, I'm pretty okay really. It's a good fun sort of atmosphere.
Book 7 coming out very soon. How do you hope it will all end?
I don't know really. There's so many people like coming up with different sort of theories and that. Sort of like who's going to die, and I don't know really. I think a death would be quite cool if it was like a really cool scene. But I don't know. I think it's the Ron and Hermione thing as well. Yeah. That's they're gonna have to sort of tie that up as well. So
yeah, and maybe there'll be a Harry Cho.
Yeah.
Something going on with
no doubt. Yeah.
Now Ron and Hermione. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Well, thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Take care.